Welcome back, everyone. Today I bring you another division forecast of our beloved WARNO League Season 4. Sorry, voice is a little bit not ready yet, but we're gonna do it anyway. We are on two ways, so a map that you would normally maybe not never see, but very rarely see in the higher leagues because let's say it has a bunch of problems. There's a reason why it was removed from the ranked map pool, and then Eugen decided to just add it back in, even though nobody asked for this, but oh well. Instantly see like the zones are all insanely big. They're all worth 2 points, except for the center that's worth 3 points. So yeah, very different to what we see nowadays. Playing against each other are on the left hand side in blue 3 cats in a trench coat playing 4th Armoured. Wait, I quickly have to let the cat out of the room. Yeah, come on. Okay. He wanted to run around. Yeah, playing 4th Armoured. Interesting pick for this match. Also a little bit of a weird deck. It's not the worst, but not having the Darkfire is weird. I don't really know why you wouldn't take it. It's such an amazing AA piece. Yeah, low range, but insanely high accuracy. The Centurion, I think there are, the Mark 12s. I don't know whether they're worth it simply because they have heat guns. So that you don't actually get more penetration the closer you get. But they are so cheap, so I don't know, maybe they're worth it. We will see how he uses them. Also doesn't use the Chieftain Mark 6. Rather opting for the Mark 9. Maybe makes sense because it just uses the Centurion as the super cheap tank. Not sure yet. And on the right hand side we have MightyCalsor playing 2nd PanzerGren, which is definitely a way better division than 4th Armoured. But his deck build, I don't know what's with the players in Division 4 and just taking insane amounts of artillery. In this case, he at least has a fob, but 4 cards of artillery and then only having one M110. But the Lars then on top of it, I don't feel so good about this one. Also, he hasn't even placed down the fob yet. On one hand, placing a fob is very bad because you just lose so many points in your opener, but on the other hand, if you already have it in the deck, you kind of have to place it. So, well, we will see what he does. But yeah, this is weird. Then the Leopard 2's 0-vet M48s I think is actually okay. I mean, it's not really meta, but I think it's a choice that can work at least. But 0-vet Leopard 2's, that's really not a good idea. And then only one card of Leopard 1s. And to be fair, one card of Leopard 1 command, but still only one card of actual Leopard 1s. There's the fob. I'm not so sure. Everything else is kind of okay, I think. I would still not take the FS Jäger. They're just so bad. Like, especially I did a Reddit post where I compared them to the British Paras, which cost the same, but are just like straight up better in every single way, and also get better availability. Yeah, okay, their AT launcher has 1 pen less, but it has more range. So even that it's not even a straight up better AT launcher. It's just different. I just don't know. I just don't understand the point of this unit. I know that 2nd PanzerGren is already extremely strong, and just buffing FS Jäger on their own doesn't make sense, but I just don't understand the point of the unit, honestly. But yeah, let's quickly just look at the deployment itself. So, on the side of 3 cats in a trench coat, I just zoomed in because I wasn't sure whether I have sound, but yeah, I do have sound. 1 sniper going into this church. Oh no, it's going even further forward, okay. Then the Wombat in the Wombat transport, and the Milan 1. Hell Arm is going to the center, and all this blob is going to the center, except for the command. That's an attack move order, okay. But 2 javelins, Milan 1, 2 mod rifles, motorized scouts and fox, and the 2 centurions are all going to the center. Another command on the top. Yeah, you really need to like start with at least 2 commands on this map, otherwise you will just fall behind so fast. Wombat and a Wombat transport, sniper, fox, and another motorized scout. Deploying defensively here, don't really know why. I mean, he's already deploying heavily into the center, but oh well. And the Phantom F3. Tries to get a kill on the Bopa, but doesn't hit with his missile. On the other side, we have a Milan 2 being forward deployed very aggressively. 3 FSEGA, Luke's, the Bopa, Fliegerfaust, Eyehawk, Jaguar 1, and then only 1 scimitar to the center. No command here, and also no command on the top. That's very dangerous. And on the top side, we have Jägeraufklärer, Milan 1, PanzerGren in the M113, but not in the M113, not a Milan 1. 2 more PanzerGrens and an Eyehawk. That's... Oh no, oh, there's the Phantom coming in, and they're all bunched up and they're all dead. Wait, what's the Eyehawk? Wasn't there an Eyehawk there? Yeah, there was. Why didn't it shoot? Did he turn it off? Like, that's already horrible. Especially because he doesn't even have a command. Like, 3 cats, now if he captures the zone, he will be up at a +9. This is honestly catastrophic. The game is pretty much over. Oh no. Yeah, +9. You will win in less than 5 minutes. You don't need PanzerGrens, you need the command. Okay, he's calling in commands. Okay, maybe the game isn't actually already over. But yeah, I mean, the idea was to rush this town, because red actually gets here faster than blue does. But then he unloaded, like, here. Well, because of 1 sniper. And had all of his units bunched up in this one little forest, and then the Eyehawk also... Maybe he was moving it up at the point in time when the bomber just came in or something. But yeah, that was... very, very bad. And then, yeah, you cannot start on those maps without a single command. That's just not possible. You're now calling in 3 commands at the same time, I think it is. 2 Fuchsführer here, and then PanzerGrenadier. Oh, that will take too long. Well, not too long. You should still get there in time, but it's just very slow, and it's not even on an unload order, so if he forgets it, that's going to be very bad. Which is why you take the Jeep commands in your support tab. They're faster and you get 3 of them. Just... at least, as long as you don't have a very specific plan with your commands, always in the support tab take the cheap Jeep ones if you have them. Just always do it. I don't care what you tell me. If you do not have a specific strategy in mind, take them. They will always be better. Not always, but in 99% of the cases they will be better. And now, I mean, the problem now is though, the 3 cats has secured the center. Very well done by him. He noticed that there's nothing there, so he has just secured it. So even if MightyCalsor captures all of his zones, the 3 cats will still be at the +3. To be fair though, the bottom zone is pretty open. I mean, there is no reinforcements coming in, so it's not going to be completely open anymore, but it is fairly open. But the problem is that all the units of MightyCalsor have died on the other side, or all the infantry rather. Deploying the Sicherungs here very defensively. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but on the other hand, they can't do anything. They don't even have an AT launcher, so even if a Saxon or a tank or whatever drives close to them, they can't even shoot back at them. Saxon also at the top, so 3 cats knows that he could even drive through here and capture the zone. And yeah, of course he... Oh no, he is unloading it. Okay, okay, that's nice. Very well done. But yeah, also a pretty big unit concentration from MightyCalsor in this zone. Well, there's nothing going on here. I understand why, because it is a fairly, or was at least a very standard strategy to, you know, rush this city as blue, because you knew that you would be fighting for this city. Because as I said, red just gets here earlier than you. You don't get into this town earlier than your enemy, but it is at least, like, you know, the best shot you have at actually contesting something early on. Considering that pushing them, like your enemy out of the +3 sector early on is very, very hard. Because both sides get very good defensible positions. You can do it later on, but not in the early game. So I understand his logic here, but in the end, he really overinvested. Also, Milan's in... Oh no, the Milan here does get to look down the road. Okay, never mind. This Milan in a little bit of a weird position, but I guess it's still defending the flank here. But yeah, he now has, like, MightyCalsor has now captured all of his back zones, but he's still... like, the 3Cats is still ticking at a +3, and... oh no. Another bombing run comes in, kills both the Martyrs. iHawk unfortunately misses both times. That's a little bit unlucky, but... yeah, still, you need a little bit more than just one iHawk. Fliegerfaust didn't even fire? Why did it not fire? What? Should have been absolutely in range. But yeah, but now the PanzerGrenadiers fighting the snipers without even the support of the Lukes. Yeah, now it's coming in, but it's now too late. PanzerGrens are now pretty much dead already. 3Cats not using the units he has in the mid here still. Like the 2 Centurions here could have easily drove into this area or this area. Now, oh no, not he bombed the iHawk. Oh no. Oh, it was also out of ammo and there was no supply nearby. Well done by 3Cats, but oh no, MightyCalsor is just falling apart more and more. Gepard is now coming in at least, but the iHawk is gone. But Tornado is in, so that's nice. The Tornado should have been in, like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. Because now he's just lost so many important units, and most importantly, the whole early game was just killed by literally one bomber. Like, I think, obviously that's, you know, advanced strategy, but you either should open with the fighter in this case, or at least leave enough points open so you can buy the Tornado first tick. I know you can buy it first tick anyway because it's 250 points. Yeah, you always need to do that. Well, not always, but if you play against a division that has good air component, which 4th Armoured has, one of the, like, 2 of the best bomber cards in the whole game with the Phantoms they get, you just need to have this. Otherwise, yeah, well, this will happen. Oh, Phantom Cluster coming in, turns away though from the Tornado. Tornado gets a hit, and there's no AA here on the side of 3Cats. Except for the Javelins, maybe they will get a hit? I don't know. So Phantom Cluster going down is actually very painful, because the Phantom Cluster Bomber is so good because it has Cluster and HE Bomb, so if you want to, you can even split them up. Like, deactivate one of the bombs, drop the, for example, the Cluster Bomb load, and then activate the HE again, and then drop the HE Bomb load, so you get 2 bombing rounds out of 1 bomber. But in this case, he just died. But the problem is that 3Cats is ticking, and he has massively reinforced this town now. Center, there's like nothing even there for MightyCalsor to fight his way in, really. I mean, he has 2 PanzerGren and 2 Martyrs, but those should be easily stopped by the motorized rifles and 2 Centurions. And on the top side, he also doesn't have anything to push in. He has reinforced it even more. Why? There isn't anything there. Oh no. Oh man. Oh, and the Sicherung is there. Maybe he's afraid of enemy units already being in the forest line here, which is honestly fair. So I guess the Sicherung here is not the worst idea. Oh, Lynx goes down. That's good. But overall, yeah, he just has, like, MightyCalsor just has a bunch of units sitting around across the map, but there's nowhere where he could start a cohesive push, actually, and that's a big problem. And again, yeah, that's the difference between Division 4 and the higher divisions, that, you know, he obviously is just overwhelmed by what's going on, and he doesn't want to get completely pushed out of the map anywhere, so he also kind of has to do that, because of his opener that was very subpar. And yeah, then obviously also the massive blunder of not having supply with the iHawk and not having a fighter, at least, like, you know, before, what was it, the 33-minute mark or something? Like 7 minutes, I guess. Oh, the other cat also wants to get out. Come on. Oh no, the other wants to go in. Okay. There's a cat exchange going on. Okay, but I have to cast again, please. I will care for you later. Okay, well, never mind. MightyCalsor does get into the center. While I have been looking at the cats, something has happened. Yeah, but the problem is that now 3Cats will just start moving in. And there is really nothing that Mighty can do against that. The PanzerGrens will most likely lose. I mean, they will definitely lose against the motor rifles because they have a double machine gun. way better infantry weapons and 3 more men, so there's no way in hell they're gonna win. Will the Centurion even one-shot the Fuchs? That's a good question. Yeah, it actually does. Okay, nice. And then also the Romor with the 165mm gun. Yeah, so the PanzerGrens are completely done for. No way in hell they're gonna do anything. Leopard 2 is in on the bottom side, but he needs to get a move on, honestly, because, yeah, now with the Fuchs dead, obviously the center zone is now being recaptured. Fully captured by 3Cats, and he's at a +3 tick again, and there's about 2.5 minutes left, and the Leopard 2 is just driving into the open. Oh no. Milan 2 and Milan 1 both hit instantly. He should be... Did he use smoke already or something? He should be smoking it off, like, right now. And Phantom Cluster is coming in. It missed? What the fuck? What was it going for? Okay, never mind. They could have gotten... or went a lot worse. The Phantom Cluster does go down. Both the other HE bombers did get a few kills at least, but also, honestly, not the worst thing. This could have gone so much worse. But yeah, the problem is still there. Look at this. Like, the Centurion is struggling to kill the Martyr at close range. I mean, to be fair, it's also stunned down, so it doesn't hit anything, but... Oh, God. Insane battle we're seeing here. But once the motorized rifles are in position, they will be able to deal with the Martyrs, no problem. There's also a second Leopard 2A3 here, but he needs to get a move on. The problem is he can't, because there's a Milan 2 here, and he has, like, a deck full of artillery. Oh no, he has bought in some artillery, and now he's firing it from the back. No, and it's the M109. Yeah, and it's not even targeted correctly. Oh no. Oh god, and the Lars. I mean, a Lars is already, like, completely useless, and firing it from this distance, it will literally not do anything. Oh, the 105 Centurion did actually go down. Probably to the PanzerGrens, I would guess. And yeah, look at the Lars firing. Oh, the M109 did actually kill the Milan 1. Okay, never mind. It did do something. And the Lars did kill the sniper. Okay. I mean, just look at this rate of fire. And the spread. It's just hilarious how little this does. And there's 40 seconds left. Like, Mighty needs to get moving now, like literally now. He needs to just drive in this Leopard 1 command. No, don't attack, just drive it in. You don't only have 30 seconds left, and there's nothing. It's the only chance for him to do anything, and even that won't be enough because it's a +2 sector. So even if he contests it, 3Cats will still be at a +1. Oh no! Oh no! Rip. Yeah, this is over. Especially now with the Leopard 1 just stopping. That was not the play. And all of those units there were just... All of those units were completely wasted. That literally didn't do anything the whole game. And it's over. Yeah. That was a... You know, that was a good old Division 4 game. Like, Mighty literally just lost because he didn't buy a single command in the early game. Because all the other mistakes were also bad, but if he had bought at least one command early on, he would have had, like, so much more time to figure himself out. And also never buy the Lars. Until Eugen finally figures out that the Lars has, you know, a targeting computer and should have a better accuracy than a Grad that is literally just, you know, aimed with a good old Mark 1 eyeball, but hashtag West Germany suffers. The KD, you can see, is not even that insane. Like, funnily enough, very perfect numbers. 1,400 kills and 1,000 losses. But it's nothing insane. The problem is just that, yeah, you didn't capture any of his sectors. And having your enemy at a +9 is a little bit insane. And then also the early Phantom HE bomber wrecking the opener on the side where Mighty was trying to attack. And again, I understand what he wanted to do, but if you want to attack, you need to commit to actually attack there even more than he did. He just had so much invested on the top side that didn't do anything. And yeah, also then, as I said, you know, drive into the town actually. Don't just stop in front of it in this one small forest patch if you know that your enemy has good HE bombers. And then not having supply with the Eyehawk. Also very, very bad. I still don't think the Centurion 105 is worth it, honestly. I think the Chieftain Mark 6, even though it's obviously also more expensive, I think it's just infinitely better. The Roamer is nice. That's good. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I can't even say much because yeah, it literally all just came down to him not capturing it early enough. And yeah, please, you don't need 4 cards of artillery. Like, that's way too much. Especially with like, don't take one M110. Just if your division has M110s, take both of them all the time. It's not even a discussion. I don't care what anybody tells you. If they tell you different, they're just wrong. The M110 is the best artillery piece in the whole game. Always take both of them. If you then want to take another card of like 155s, okay, maybe. But like one M110, one card of M109s, one card of Lars, and one card of mortars, that just doesn't work. Yeah, also don't know whether the PanzerGrenadier M113 are worth it. Like, just take the Pioneer. Like the Carl Gustav Pioneer and the normal Pioneer should be more than enough high HP squads. And then you also have the Sicherungs. So that's more than enough high HP infantry squads already. Rather just take one more card of the standard PanzerGrenadier with the Marder. Or just some different squad. So, yeah. Well, definitely an interesting game. Let's see how game 2 will go. And I hope you enjoyed it. This little bit of a crazy game. And I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a beautiful day and bye-bye.